the clouds. All right, let's do this. Okay, all right, guys, 4:30, come on down to your mat. We're going to start down here, getting that body nice and ready to work. So first of all, our warm-up doing core 30 is a little bit different than our regular warm-up because, well, we're down on the floor. So first things first, come on down onto your back, put your toes and your feet down on the floor, hands come down, and you're just gonna lift one foot up, place it down again, lift one foot up, place it down again, and squeeze that core muscle right in here as you're lifting. Engage, breathe, release. Engage, breathe, release. Good. All right, bring it back up one more time. This time we're going to take it up. We're going to straighten it out. We're going to bend it down. We're going to take it back down again. Opposite leg here. Reach it up. Bring it down. And here. All right, repeat. Repeat. Bring it up. Again, we're warming up those hip flexors as well as that core muscle, which we'll talk a little bit about in a minute. One more time, lift and breathe, using that breath and lift. All right, so similar to if you're doing a bicycle ab work, you're gonna bring both feet up and you're just gonna come in to like you're riding your bicycle, taking the foot and foot, working here. You got it. Now you can take those feet out straight, okay? That can be a little bit more if you're feeling that you don't have this soreness in your back, you're just working it here. Good. 3, 2, and feet go back down to the floor. You're going to come up into that bridge and squeeze, and slowly release back down again. Come up to that bridge and squeeze, and slowly release back down again. All right, 2 more here. Squeeze, coming up, and back down again. All right, finish it here. Last one, squeeze, and then come back down again. Straighten one leg out for me. Bring that other knee up, and you're just gonna cross it over your body here, allowing that stretch to come into that hip. Very nice. Very nice. And then slowly come back to center. Switch legs. So one leg comes up, one leg goes down, and cross it. Stretching out, feeling that stretch all in around that glute and hip. Okay, good. All right, bringing those feet back to center, knees up. You're gonna take those knees and pull them into that chest. You're just gonna give yourself a little rock here. Good. Again, just allowing that body to get ready to work. Beautiful. And then your feet come down to the floor. All right, we're gonna start off with what we call the elevator. So if you've done this class with me before, you've done this. There's some new folks in the class. So we are gonna be doing some very, very specific abdominal work. So I want you to remember your rectus abdominis and your transverse abdominis. Those are your muscles in the front portion of your core, okay? One runs from top to bottom, so chest to crotch. One runs from cross and around. So we're gonna go deep into our muscles today. So I want you to take your fingertips and you're gonna find your hip bone. That's first step. So come and find your hip bone. All right, so push into those hip bones and you're gonna take a big finger step, as I call it, from your hip bone into your center of your lower portion. Okay, remember, hip bone to lower portion. You're gonna push into your, well, let's be honest, probably fat as well as muscle in that area there, because this area is where we're going to be working. So push down until you feel some resistance, because you can't push down to the floor. That's just not gonna be possible. And what you're going to do is you're going to push your fingers like they are people in the elevator. Okay, so you're going to push that elevator up to the top floor, and then you're going to release it back down again. Okay, so now here's what you're going to focus on. Watch my hands if you're confused. You're going to see that nothing else moves except for my fingers. Okay, so if you're looking from here, I'm going to push, and then I'm going to release back down again. Okay, I'm going to push, and I'm going to release back down again. You're not moving here. You're not moving here. You're literally pushing. That rib cage is the only thing that moves, and release back down again. You're not using your breath. You are only using that rectus abdominis, that transverse abdominis, those deep, deep muscles in there, and release. Now, here's what you're going to be focusing on. So your fingers are the people in the elevator, and you're pushing the elevator up to the top floor, okay? Squeeze, you're going to hold it just up there for a second, and then you're going to release it back down again. You're going to squeeze, push it up, and then release it back down again. One more time, squeeze, push it up, and release it back down again. One of the best ways, just give it a quick breather for a second here, that I can explain this to you without obviously being able to feel your body, is if you feel like you need to really, really, really push your poop out, okay? You're gonna really push, and that's kind of how we're gonna do it. Also, if you ever had a baby, that's another way we do it, is we push that body out. All right, this time, I want you to put your fingertips back where you are, check those hip bones, make sure you take that giant finger step, put those fingers in. You're going to release people off on floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and potentially floor 4 if you can do this. Now, fourth floor is pretty hard, but so you're gonna go 1, push, 2, push, 3, push, 4, and then release it back down again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and release it back down again. So Nikiva, again, just really push into that space and work your way up, and then slowly release down. Now, for those of you guys who are new to this class, this is something we've been working on for the last month. The first time that this was done in the class, people were like, what is she talking about? But I promise you, as you work in, yeah, good job, Nikiva. As you work into this, you're going to really feel those deep core muscles. So Karen, adding to the soreness of the body, this is where we're going. Come on, 1, 2, 3. You may be able to get to 4, you may not. I'm just able to get to 4 now because I've been practicing it. If not, 3 is good, and slowly release. All right, give that a bit of a rest. So again, remember, deep into those muscles, we don't use them very often, so they aren't that strong. We also don't get that deep into them. So when we talk about upper and lower abs, okay, it doesn't actually exist. It's all one muscle from top to bottom, and then the second muscle goes underneath that one, kind of coming across the center. Hands come down to the floor. You're gonna just reach, bring those feet up. You're gonna tap it down, working here, tapping with that toe. Good. Now, no holding your breath. Okay, you're breathing through this movement. You got it. Tap it. Good. Holding strong. Remember, if your lower back is bothering you at all with this type of movement, just bring your feet down and don't go as big of a range of motion. Good. 3, 2, and all right, bring those feet down. We're going to do that again. This time we're going to go a little bit straighter legs if you're there. If you're not there, stick with what we were just doing. Legs come up, engage. Okay, it looks like this with straighter legs, or like this with straighter legs, or if this is where you're comfortable, stay right here. Okay, you can decide. When it comes down to it, the most important thing is that your lower back is protected at all times. Good, pushing that belly button down into the floor, removing that natural arch that sits kind of in our spine to the floor. Come on, you got it. 5, 4, 3, and rest it here. Whew. Good. So again, hip flexors are working, core is working, abdominals are working. Taking those hands up onto those thighs, we're going to take those hands and just slide them up towards the top of your knees and slide them back down again. Okay, slide them up towards the tops of those knees and slide them back down again. So this is just shy of what I would classify as proper crunch. So you're focusing on just taking those shoulders off the floor, and then releasing back down again. You got it. Come on. Squeeze and slow. Good. Squeeze and slow. Control it all the way up and all the way down. Beautiful. Some more. And slowly down. 3. You got it. 2. Last one. And squeeze. Good. Okay. We're just going to venture through a few different moves, just flowing into a nice movement. You're going to bring your feet up. You're going to push them up to the ceiling. Bring them down to the floor. Push them up to the ceiling. Bring them down to the floor. Now remember, you can come into that tap, and you can push from here. Tap, push from here. You don't have to have those straight legs if you don't want to, but the goal is to just work your body the best way you can. So it's here to here, here, coming down, and down. You got it. Now remember, if your lower back, or I know Sarah and I have complained about this a few times, your actual tailbone is a little tender on this type of move. You can actually put those hands in what I call your diamond shape, okay? You can put it just underneath that tailbone, kind of settle your sit bones in there, and work from here. And that will help not only protect that lower back, but it'll take a lot of the pressure off that sit bone, that tailbone. 4, 3, 2, and the rest is here. Good. All right, we're going to switch over to the other side. We're going to come into our hands and knees position. Now I know if you can't go on your hands and knees, this is where you're going to stand and either use a chair or a wall, okay? So you can still do a lot of the moves that we're doing without putting that pressure on the kneecap, or if your body's just not a big fan, okay? My floor is very, very unforgiving because it is a tile floor, so I just kind of do a quick roll over. We're going to come into a nice flat back here, okay? Spine is nice and neutral, looking down to the floor. You're going to take your opposite arm into your opposite leg. Nice and strong, opening up that back. Good. Excellent, Mary. Nice and strong. So just really pushing up. Don't worry about how high that foot goes. Okay, some people, you might find that that balance is more lower foot here, lower arm. More worry about your back. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I want it nice and flat. I don't want you falling or losing your balance. Slow it right down if you need to. You got it. Coming in, arm to leg, opposite. If you try to do the same, you're definitely going to feel that hard movement of balance. You got it. Come on. Nice and strong. Slow and steady. So remember that lower back, okay, your piriformis, even your glutes, is all part of the core. So when we're working, we want to make sure that we're working it all. Now we also give the front part a bit of a rest while we work the back part. 2, 1, and rest it here. We're just going to come up into our cat and cow, opening up our chest, opening up our back. Again, this can be done on the chair, on the wall. If you just can't either get down to the floor or definitely can't stay on the floor on those kneecaps. I know that definitely is not a place to be for some people. Open and close. So we're opening up those chests, we're mooing really loudly, and then we're opening up that back like a cat stretches out their back when they wake up. Good. And all right, we're coming down onto our chest. Nice and strong here. First things first, you're going to lift those feet off the floor, and you're going to come into what we call your flutter kick. Okay, so first things first, legs come off, flutter kick. We're going to add our pull, which comes here. Okay, so it's flutter kick, head goes down, looking spine neutral, and pull. Nice and strong, and pull. Now, if you're in a position where one or the other is bothering either your hips, your back, your bum, wherever it might be, take one away and focus on only one. So maybe the flutter kick, when you just stay here without moving those arms. Okay, and that feels okay. Your back doesn't hurt. You're feeling good. But maybe that's hurting your lower back a little bit. So you take those away and you work here. Just taking those shoulders off the floor and squeezing as you go. You got it. And squeeze. Nice work. Nice work. You got 4, 3, 2, and good job. All right, we're going to roll back over to our back. And this is actually an exercise called the boat, which allows you to roll back and forward, back and forth. It's really hard. And it's not that friendly for some of us. So we're going to stay back here, start right here. First things first, hands come behind your head. We're going to do our basic bicycle. So feet come up. You're going to take that opposite elbow, the opposite knee, bringing that leg down. If that's too much, take those feet and just remember, keep that position a little smaller. Don't go as big, right? Don't open and close as big of a movement. Just go a little bit slower and smaller, protecting that back. Beautiful. Core is on. Squeeze, squeeze. You got it. Nice and strong. Make sure those elbows are open. Make sure you feel like you have that tennis ball sitting in between your chin and your chest, so it's not all the way down. This is not a neck exercise, okay? This is a core exercise. So kind of looking up towards the ceiling, squeeze, 3, 2, and rest it here. All right, you're gonna take one hand and you're just gonna go and put it underneath your neck. This is a hold, okay? Do not hold, just hold. You're gonna take your other hand and you're gonna come towards your ankle and then come back up. Towards your ankle and come back up. We're really focusing on those obliques, and the hand on the head is just to hold that head so that your neck doesn't get tired. Oftentimes, well, because let's be honest, we don't do neck exercises very often. Our neck gets very tired, probably fatigued earlier than your abdominal muscles here, your obliques. Squeeze and release. One side sticking strong here. You got it. Squeeze and release. Beautiful. Hold it strong. Nice. 2, 1, and change position. So holding that head, coming to that other side, and tap it. Now remember, the closer your feet are to your bum, the less movement you're going to have to make. The further away, the more movement you're going to have to make. How do you know what you can do? It's all based on your body's response. Okay, if you have a little bit more flexibility in your lower back or in your hips or in your hamstrings, you might be able to go a little bit further than I can. But again, just to really focus on squeezing and coming down to that side. Squeezing, coming down to that side. You got it. You got it. Nice and strong. Almost there. 2, 1, and okay. Gonna cross one foot over here. It's like you're trying to do a sit position. Your hands are coming behind your head. You're gonna come up towards that knee, cross over towards that opposite knee, come back to center, and come back down again. So it's lift, cross, come back to center, release down. So it's lift, cross, keeping those shoulders off the floor, and back down. You got it. Squeeze. Good, nice and strong. Come on, squeeze. Take it in stages. Pull, cross, center, and down. You got 3 more to do. And down 2 more. Elbows wide. Make sure you got that tennis ball sitting in between that chin and that chest. And good. All right, changing sides. Cross over the opposite direction. So first you come up and cross and come back to center, and then you come down. Squeeze, cross, And down. Oh yeah. Feeling this one coming on strong. Yes. And down. You got it. Squeeze. Watch that chin. Okay, remember looking up kind of towards the ceiling so that you are keeping that chin off that chest. The more you put that chin down on that chest, the more your neck gets involved, and the less likely you're using that core to really do the work. 2 more. Here we go. Squeeze. Crush it. And release it. Last one. And down. Whew. Okay. Give that everything a little bit of a shake. I like to just readjust. Bring those fingers back to your hip joints, hip bones. Take your big fingertips into the center so that we're working back into those deep muscles. You're going to start with just your elevator, push it up, release it back down again. Now, oftentimes you'll hear me say when we're doing any type of work, don't hold your breath. Your breath isn't part of this, okay? This is definitely one of those times where you can hear me. I am talking in a regular state. I'm not pushing, squeezing, because this is coming not from my diaphragm, which is where your breath is working from, but this is coming deep into those muscles. Squeeze and bring it back down again. Squeeze and bring it back down again. All right, you got 2 more to do. Squeeze and bring it back down. Last one. Squeeze and bring it back down. Okay, this time keep those fingers exactly where they are. Bring one foot up, then followed by the other foot. Okay, you should be able to feel a little bit of tension where those fingers are. Okay, and you're just gonna gently come to the side. Pull up, gently come to the side, and pull up. Now, here's where it gets a little bit more tricky. I want you to try to add the elevator into your movement. And if you're still like, what is she talking about with the elevator? Don't worry about it. Just make sure you can feel that engagement on those fingertips pushing up. So you're trying to push that elevator to the top of the building. Squeeze slow and release, squeeze slow and release, and bring those feet down. Okay, remove, shake, reset. You're coming back into that elevator. So fingertips on those hip bones, coming back in here, pushing that elevator up and lifting into that bridge. Now you're up in this bridge, you're keeping those glutes up, hamstrings engaged, elevator is on. So push it up to the top of the building and release it down. Keep that bridge position engaged. So again, if you're still not sure, take a look at my fingers. You'll see my watch. Probably the easiest thing to watch. Is look at it. It moves gently up and then gently down, keeping those glutes firing. Make sure if you start finding that bum starting to come down, bring it back up and squeeze and release it back down. Kitty, kitty, right there in the video. Here we go. Squeeze, push. Come back down. Come on, come on. And release it back down. Last one. And release it back down. And release, coming down to the floor. Okay, we're gonna finish off on our side, working that side plank with pull. So, coming into your side, first things first, elbow and shoulder are in line with each other. Hips are in line with each other. Feet. Okay, nice and strong. Now here's where I always see a lot of people really try to advance their plank before they're ready. Bend that bottom knee. Okay, now you look like you're in a straight line without one of your legs, right, from here to here. You're going to put that hand up in the air and you're going to lift and hold here. Okay, that's step one. Then we're gonna add the pull. It looks like this. Okay, show me your biceps. Squeeze and pull. Okay, so 2 fold here. First, we're gonna lift and hold, then we're gonna pull. Okay, we gotta do both sides. Here we go. Set it up and Lift and hold first. Nice and strong. Core is on. Glutes are firing. Squeeze and hold. Now remember, if you don't get your hip as far off the floor, or as me, that's okay. If you have to put that hip down to give it a little bit of rest, that's okay. Really squeeze this. Here we go. Let's pull it. 1, nice and strong. 2, you got it. 3, squeeze. 4, last one, and 5. Hip goes down, changing sides. Here we go. This is it. We're almost done, guys. I need your focus, your strength, just a little bit longer. Elbow, shoulder in line. Hips are stacked. If you're going to go straight, take one foot down, hand comes up, and hold it here. Good. I don't know if the angle of my TV or my phone or my camera, but it looks like I'm on a weird angle, but nice and strong. You're trying to stay in a nice straight position. You got it. Hold it here and squeeze. Now maybe that toe has to tap down to the floor. Okay, that's okay. If you're just like, ooh, this is really hard, but I want to stay up and I can stay up here, do it. Here we go. Pull and squeeze. That's 1. And 2. And 3. Squeeze. 4, last one. And 5. Coming down on that hip. You're coming onto your back. Reaching towards your knees and coming into your pull, squeeze, and just rock back and forth on those glutes and your lower back. Beautiful. I like to do a little bit of like a figure 8, kind of with those knees, with those glutes. You got it. Now, taking those legs down to the floor, taking those arms up like you're being stretched to all 4 ends, corners of your wall. Stretching those arms, stretching those legs, and then you're going to come back into your squeeze and bring those knees to that chest and rock it back and forth. You got it. You got it. Last stretch right here. Take it down. Oh, open those arms. Open those legs. Stretch. And good, relax, just slowly turn over to your side and coming into a seated position. Now again, maybe cross-legged position is comfortable for you. It is most definitely not for me. This is what I call my, I don't know, it's like a dog pose. I hold it this way. Coming in, opening up that chest, breathing, allowing the air to come in, allowing the air to come out, and you are done. Awesome job, guys. Again, really work on keeping that core nice and strong. If you have any questions about the elevator, it is a much more complex move only because we're working with physio body parts that you might not be able to feel. So let me know, reach out. I know I've had a few people talk to me about it and explain it a little bit further, but otherwise have a fantastic evening. And I will talk to you guys whenever your next session is. Take care, guys. Bye.